Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining me this morning. I'm super excited. This is our third video in our Back to Basics and Getting Started series. Today, we're going to be talking about business tools. And this is a really important moment in our Arbonne business because business tools is when we're shifting from being just a consumer of the product and making a commitment to this being something a little bit more than just us using the products. Because if we're making a commitment to business tools, then we're saying, you know what, I actually want to be well equipped so that I can share these products and this opportunity with other people. So we're saying yes to the fact that we are now a business owner, if you will. You know, it could be a small business owner, but you're still a business owner. And in order to have a business, you need to have some tools. You know, like if we used to always use the example, like if you were going to open up, you know, a restaurant, you would need all the tools that you need for the restaurant to be in business. You can't wait for the people to show up and then figure out what you need. Like you have to be equipped before people walk in the door. And the reality is with our Arbonne business, we're shifting into such a digital world that it makes the question about business tools a little gray, because we don't really have to stock our shelves with an Arbonne business of products, but you do want to have some things on hand, right? So the first recommendation I'm going to make in your business tools is products. I like to have just a little bit more on hand so that when I'm walking around and I do run into people, Fizz is great to be able to like hand out to people. Or I keep like extra hand creams on hand, or lip balms are a big one for me because people don't understand what it's like to use something on their lips that doesn't have all like mineral oil and toxicity in it. So when you allow people to experience a product that can give like almost immediate results, that is a true, it really speaks to the integrity of our products. So, you know, it's really up to you to decide what products do you feel best represent you and your business. So, you know, this isn't about placing a $2,000 business order when you get started with Arbonne, but it is about making a commitment to what would best serve you and your business. Because we don't, you know, we're not, I don't recommend stocking up on samples when we have a 90-day return policy. And I really encourage you to really own the fact that we have a 90-day return policy, that you can say to someone like, hey, get the products, you can use them for 90 days and then decide what you want to do with the product, instead of you having to add so many extra steps into your own process and handing out samples and then following up and then seeing how they're doing and then getting them to place an order. Where if you really are confident in your product, you can say, hey, order some product, 90-day return policy. If you don't like them, return them, like no big deal. And it really allows for an effortless flow when we're sharing the products with people, when you're able to confidently offer our 90-day return policy instead of adding the sampling piece into it. I'm not saying don't have stuff on hand. Like I said, like Fizz for me is a big thing. What else do I like to walk around with? People like to play with lotions and stuff. So like if you're gonna have like an open house, or if you're gonna do like a virtual event, it's always good to have stuff to show people above and beyond what's just your personal products. But these are things that you're going to add into your business over time, because you're still learning in the beginning what represents you and your products in this business. So that is kind of how I feel about your business tools in regards to products and stocking up. You know, this is, well, the beautiful thing about this business is you invest what you can into your business monetarily. Some people can't, stock up and have the full arsenal of products from day one. And the beauty of this business is you can build a business that allows you to do that. But you do have to make a little bit of a commitment upfront to have just some stuff above and beyond what you're currently using. Which brings me to number 2 on my list, which is the digital world that we live in and the tools that we have to offer people on a digital level. And so what I mean by that is, number 1, create a digital folder on your phone so that you can have information that you can just instantly send to somebody. So when I started with Arbonne, we would have, I had tons of folders that I would walk around with this enormous bag, and opportunity folders and information about our 30-day program and information about the skincare, which, it served its purpose back in the day. But in 2021, I don't have to walk around with all that paper anymore. I can just shoot somebody a PDF, an image of a PDF or the actual PDF, or I can send them the link in the website. So some of the things I recommend having on hand in your digital folder, whether it's the link or whether it's the actual image or document, is the becoming an independent consultant. This is information that is really helpful for you to pull up. Sometimes it's great for you to pull up just to have talking points with somebody, because there's a lot of information, especially as a new consultant, to remember about, what are the perks and benefits of being a consultant that you can reference off your phone. And what a gift is it for someone to be able to watch you reference a document that they realize that they can do it too, right? Because sometimes when we speak so effortlessly, we think that we're doing the best service by letting people know how knowledgeable we are, but sometimes that can be intimidating. So having information in your hand to be able to show people that you're accessing the information as well that you're talking about is really helpful. So within becoming an IC, I also encourage you to have the success plan on hand. And I really, really want you to spend time reading the success plan. It is your responsibility to know how we get paid and how you promote and move through the company. And all that information is in the success plan. So, you're going to go out there and you're going to start talking to people about this opportunity. And this is the information that you do need to know. Again, you can reference the success plan when you're talking to people, but there are some basics that you really do need to understand. That is great within the success plan. Earnings.arbonne.com is another great link and information. I see Marion showing us right there. A great link for us to share with people. There's also a digital opportunity brochure that you can access on the website as well. And is Arbonne for You, which we're going to go into more detail about in another video, but that is another great document for you to have, and I'm sure was probably used for you to come on board to be an Arbonne consultant as well. So all this information is available to you. And having it on your phone, having a folder on your desktop or your laptop, so that you don't always have to go into the website to get the information, or you have the links there so you can just shoot them off to people with ease. The other thing you want to have is the becoming a preferred client document on hand so that you can talk to people about it. And that's really another document that you want to spend some time understanding. You want to be able to understand the difference between being an independent consultant and being a preferred client. So these documents, yes, they're great for sharing, but it's also really important for you to know what's in these documents so that you can be a consultant who's knowledgeable and trustworthy when they're talking to people, because our job is to consult with people about whether being a consultant or being a preferred client serves them better. And you, yes, everything's on the source as well. And you create that trust in the relationship when you're able to advise somebody on what would best serve them versus what best serves you. This all information is all that I all listed is on the website under the Join Us space as well, so that you don't have to, when you're logging into the website, you don't have to go all the way into the source. It all is on the source, but it's also under the Join Us place, which again is a great link to just be able to share with people as well and allow them to kind of explore a little bit about the website. I'm going to talk about the website a little bit in a second, but I also want to add that you want to have the free product list on hand for people. That is really important for us to be able to, I send that out constantly, whether it's a new preferred client that I'm signing up or someone who, is coming up on their 60 days to be able to claim their free product. And I'm always sending that out to people. And people are love to see all the free products that they get to choose from as well. So this is a really important document for you to have on hand digitally for you to share with your clients, and for new independent consultants as well, because when we sign up as a consultant, we get a free product too. So the third item I have here is the website. So our website is an amazing resource of information, and it's beautiful, and it's something that we can now confidently share with people because it's much easier to navigate than it was before. So being able to share the website is really important, but I also want to encourage you, think about when you're shopping in a store and you have to ask someone that works there for help about finding something, and how great is it when somebody can tell you where you need to go or where you can find someone, or they help you, locate it, versus a salesperson who has absolutely no idea where anything is in the store that they work in, right? So this is the same idea with being a consultant. You need to know on the website where to find things and where to send people and where to be able to go to a link to be able to send to somebody. It is really our responsibility to know the website, see what's on the website, realize all the information that is packed on that website. Like if I want to talk to somebody about taking Digestion Plus, I know that I can go to Digestion Plus on the website, and the Meet the Product sheet is going to be there as well. So I don't have to keep going 5 or 6 steps in a different direction. All the information I need for just one product is right there. So, but you wouldn't know that if you weren't familiar with the website. So it's our responsibility to get familiar with the website as an amazing tool for your business, but it's also really important for you to know where to send people within the website. Because, if you are sending someone if you don't want to just say, just go to, Arbonne.com if they're interested in a lipstick color, right? Like they might end up in a rabbit hole and never make it to the lipstick color. And how often do you go on a website sometimes and end up in that rabbit hole, and then you never end up getting what it is that you went there to get, right? And it ends up being like this saved tab on my computer or like on my phone. And then I look at my phone and there's like 79 tabs like under like, the app. So send someone direct, like the direct link to like the lipstick so that they can see exactly what it is that they're looking for. If they want to explore further, that's on them, but don't just say, oh, just go to arbonne.com. ADD is a real thing in the world and people will get distracted. So, be confident in just sharing exactly what they're asking for. The fourth thing I have on here are the SMORE newsletters that we use. So your sponsor is going to be able to talk to you a lot more about this, but I want you to get familiar with these tools that we use because they will make your life so much easier. We have the Getting Started SMORE, we have a 30-day SMORE to help people understand about the 30-day, and then every month there's usually a SMORE about the highlights for that particular month, what incentives are going on, what programs are going on, what new products may or may not have come out. So the SMOREs are a great tool. If you want to create your own SMORE, you can, but we have some really efficient ones for you to use. So I really do encourage you to take what we've already created and use that as a tool for your business as well. And the last thing I want to talk to you about in regards to business tools is your calendar. So when you make this commitment to do a little bit more with your Arbonne business, you do need to make a little bit of a commitment towards your time. What we schedule gets done in Arbonne. The worst thing that we can say is, I don't need to write that down, or, oh, I'll get to that, I won't forget. And if I don't write something down and 24 hours goes by, it's gone. Like, it's just not in my head anymore. So make sure that you schedule in your calendar when you're going to work your Arbonne business. We say you can do this business in 10 to 12 hours a week, but you need to schedule those 10 to 12 hours. You can't just work Arbonne when it shows up, right? Like, there's a very different energy when we are intentional about how we use our time to work our Arbonne business versus allowing our time to determine when we're going to work our Arbonne business. So even if it's just to do some quick follow-ups, new reach outs, to remind some preferred clients that they have rewards to claim, even if it's to do exactly what we're talking about with going through the website and understanding what documents are there for you to use and learning about the success plan and learning about the difference between being a preferred client and an independent consultant. Schedule that time for you to do. It's honoring yourself, it's honoring your family, and it's honoring your time, because your time is very valuable. So you want to make sure that you are putting into your calendar when you're going to work these things and that you're going to honor that as well. So, because I share all these things because I've done it all, right? Like, I've been the person that didn't schedule things, and I've been the person, and I've learned the benefit of scheduling things. But I will say, as a parent, or having a family, or, other commitments that you have, Arbonne can't be done when it's convenient. It just won't get done. And it can't be something that you think you're going to do because you feel like doing it, because there are going to be days when you don't feel like doing it. But if you open up your calendar and you realize that you have an hour scheduled of your time to get some stuff done, you sit down and you just get it done, and then it's done. And then you get to walk away and not have to think about Arbonne again until it's scheduled again in your calendar. It's a very freeing way to work your business. You can have I have a running to-do list on my phone always. So when things come up, I pop it in there so that I know when I sit down to work my business, I can address what's on the list, so that I'm not in this constant, like, having to react to my Arbonne business. I cannot stress enough how important it is to use the calendar as a tool in your business. You also want to schedule when our weekly Zooms are going to be. You want to schedule when we have quarterly trainings. You want to schedule when we do our monthly meetings in person. You want to schedule when there's GTC. You know, sometimes if we only allow things to be addressed when they show up, it's so easy to say, I don't have time for that. But I want to put things in perspective for you. This is a business that has the opportunity to create an abundant life on so many levels that I can't, between the financial piece, the time piece, the person that you get to evolve into on this journey. So I want you to think about there's a monthly meeting that's 12 nights out of the year that you're being asked to put in your calendar. For a weekly Zoom, that's 52 days for 52 days for 30 minutes that you're being asked to put into your calendar. GTC is 4-5 days max. If you want to make it more, it's a vacation. You're not there for business. So, you know, that's 3 or 4 days in your calendar. And a quarterly training is 4 Saturdays out of a year that you're being asked to commit to. So there's not a lot asked of you when it comes to what Arbonne has to offer, but you do need to make the commitment that they need to be a priority when they do present themselves. So just think about, you're not being asked to put, 12 nights a year and 30 minutes once a week and a couple days for training. It doesn't even work out. I mean, 4 trainings and GTC, that's what, 7-8 days total out of the year that you're being asked to commit to. So, I just want to put that in perspective for you, how important your calendar truly is in your business, because sometimes we don't really honor what's being asked of us and what we get in return for that. Because if you show up for Arbonne and work it like a business, Arbonne will show up for you and it will reward you like a business. So that is what I have for you guys today in regards to the business tools. Real quick, for anyone that's here, does anyone have any questions or anything they need to add? No?
I think it was great. Thank you. I mean, it just was just spot on, right? I mean, I love it. And the whole calendar thing is so important. And I really feel like, you can put your life on your calendar, and then that's when you fit your Arbonne in, so that you're not necessarily feeling like you're always doing Arbonne, right? So you've got your kids and soccer, or whatever your life is, make sure that that's on there, and then you will see where you can work your business. Yes. And that to me just feels so much better than, the have to versus I get to.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Good job. And I would add to Denise, the other side of that, and I've recently experienced this, where I don't put anything on my physical calendar, and then it feels like nothing. And so then it makes you feel bad. Whereas if everything is scheduled there, even the office time, you really go, no, that it's time to go to work. This is the job.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good point. Like, even the personal development needs to be scheduled.
Correct.
Yeah. That's such a good point. Thank you. I see, Marion, you unmuted yourself. Did you want to add something?
I kind of wanted to just jump in and say that, having the notes, having everything in folder has been huge, because I'll be out on a coffee date and I'll be talking about something and I'll just, let me just whip it to you real quick. It was such a wonderful tool for me. And then it helped me get over the fact, well, I don't need to know everything, because that was a big stumbling. It's like, well, I got to have everything memorized. I got to know what I'm talking about. No, you shoot off the message. So I just wanted to add that point in. So
awesome. Thank you so much.
Just to add quickly, you had mentioned this different s'mores. I'm gonna update the 30-day s'more and I'll have it up by Monday with updated images and compliance. And so so that'll be up in our private group. by
Thank you,
Awesome.
Tina. I was going to ask about that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining me this morning. I hope you all have a fabulous day. I think the heat has finally left the Northeast for I don't know how long, but it'll be nice to go outside and breathe again. And next week, I think we're doing, I think it's the 100-person list that we're going to be talking about. Yeah, because you need people to do this business. So we're going to talk about people and what that means, because they're another important tool in your business. So have a great day, and we will see you guys all next week. All right. Thanks so much,
Thanks.
everybody.
Thank
Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Thank you.